Darling, would you come out, please? I know you're here somewhere. I know this place much better than you do. There's only one way into this lot, unless you're able to break yourself in pieces and push them through that hole in the wall. And I don't think you can do that. You don't need to be afraid. I'm not angry with you. I understand why you ran. You were probably already scared when you woke up here. To have everyone crowd you the moment they noticed you were awake. You poor thing. You must have been terrified. I promise, though, you aren't in any danger. Nobody here's going to hurt you. My friends just got a little overexcited, that's all. Most of them haven't seen a living human in decades. They just wanted to be your friend. They're a wonderful bunch once you get to know them. The General tells the most incredible stories about the wars he's fought when he was alive. And Mrs. Plum always has extra snacks for anyone who's having a bad day. I know they look a little strange to you, but once you get used to them, you'll see. Darling, please. There are only so many coffins in this lot. Are you going to make me open them all until I find you? I don't want to chase you down like a hound after a fox. I want you to come out so we can talk. I know this world can be a lot to take in. Our new arrivals always need time to adjust. But it isn't a bad place. Honestly, it's much better than the land of the living. Up there, you have to work all day just to earn enough to live on. There's hardly any time to rest or do anything that makes life worth living. Down here, you don't have to worry about wages. There's more than enough for everyone. It's called eternal rest for a reason. Down here, you can do whatever you want for the rest of eternity. Surely there was something you wanted to do on the surface, but didn't have the time to do. I'd love it if you told me about it. Are you mad at me? Is that why you won't come out? I'm sorry I scared you. I didn't mean to. I know I grabbed you suddenly, but I was just so excited when you proposed. I couldn't help myself. I wanted to show you your new home. I promise I'll be more mindful in the future. Is it because of how I look then? I know the living tend to be squeamish, but it's nothing to worry about. Everyone here rots. It's just a natural part of being dead. You won't get sick from it. You're not worried about getting sick, are you? You just don't like how I look. You think I'm hideous. I can make myself look more alive, I promise. I can cover up the hole in my chest. I can wear a veil over my face. I can cover myself from head to toe if it means you won't run away anymore. I know I'm not alive like you are. It doesn't hurt if I touch a flame or get cut with a knife. I don't breathe and my heart doesn't beat. But even if it doesn't beat, I still love you with it. I love you with everything I am, dead or not. I'll do whatever I need to make you happy. So please come out. I can't do this again. You don't think I'm hideous. Thank you. You're very kind. I'm sorry I scared you. I really am. I shouldn't have dragged you down here before we had a chance to talk things over. Like I said, I was just excited when you proposed. It was the happiest moment of my... Well, I suppose I can't say life, can I? I meant everything I said, though. Nobody here's going to hurt you. And even if they wanted to, I wouldn't let them. You're safe. You must have a lot of questions. Can I explain everything to you at home? Someone might want to use one of these coffins, and I'd rather they not eavesdrop. Thank you. Just stay close and follow me. It's not very far, but it's easy to get lost if you don't know where you're going. Here we are. What do you think? Cozy, isn't it? Now, I said I'd answer your questions, and I will. Go ahead, darling. Ask me anything. Isn't it obvious why I brought you here? To marry you. How could I say no after your proposal? And after you gave me such a beautiful ring? Don't you remember? You came into the forest with this ring in your hand. I'm not normally paying attention to what's going on near my body, but you were different. I could tell you were different. You said your vows and put this ring on my finger, under the willow tree. Remember? Why was I under the willow tree? It's a bit of a long story. I'm not sure how appropriate it is for me to tell you about my past love. But just remember, it was a long time ago. I don't feel that way about him anymore. When I was alive, I met a man passing through town. His name was, well, he said it was Lord Bittern. It might not have been his real name, now that I think about it. The two of us bumped into each other in the market and started talking. He was handsome and charming, and he made me feel special. It doesn't matter that he didn't have a penny to his name. I loved him. When I asked my father's blessing to marry him, he refused. At the time, I thought he was being cruel, but maybe he could tell something wasn't right. Either way, I couldn't accept his answer. So Lord Bittern and I made a plan. We'd have a small private wedding ceremony in the woods, just the two of us. Once we were done, we'd run away and create a new life for ourselves. I didn't care that I was abandoning everything I knew and everyone I loved. I wanted to be with him. I was sure it would be worth it. I didn't even question when he told me to bring whatever valuables I could. To fund our new life, he said. I went to meet him in this dress. You know, it was my mother's. She saved it all these years so I could wear it on my wedding day. She used to talk about how she couldn't wait to see me in it. I waited for him under the willow tree. I waited for what felt like hours. All I could think about was how much I loved him and how happy our life would be. I was so excited that I thought my heart would burst. And then he put a knife through my chest, and it stopped beating altogether. Dying wasn't so terrible. It only hurt for a moment. It was more painful to wake up here and realize that the man I loved so much had never loved me at all. He just used me. So I swore I'd wait until I found someone who did love me, someone who would swear to be by my side forever, my true love. And here you are. I don't understand. How could it have been a mistake? I couldn't have risen in the land of the living if you hadn't brought me there. And it wasn't a mistake when you put this ring on me. Practicing? No, that can't be. You weren't practicing for someone else. You were saying those words for me. I know you were. You were so passionate. You couldn't have thought I was a branch. You couldn't have... Well, that's fine. I don't mind if there was someone else before me. It's only fair when I had someone else before you. And if your parents arranged it, then it was hardly your choice. You don't have to worry about them anymore. You don't have to worry about arrangements or anything silly like that. Even if it wasn't on purpose. You found me. You put this ring on my finger. It wasn't an accident. It was fate. It was a sign that we were meant to be together. I don't understand. Why would you want to go back to her? You said it yourself. It was an arranged marriage. You two don't love each other. I don't understand. What does she have that I don't? Can she play piano? Can she dance or sing? Does she love you the way I do, so much that I reached out from beyond the grave to take your hand? Marriage vows end with till death do us part. Death will part the two of you someday, but it will never take me away from you. Please, don't go. Stay with me. I know this world is strange, but it's really a wonderful place once you get used to it. You'll make so many new friends, and you'll have me by your side every step of the way, loving you every step of the way, forever. Is there really nothing I can do to change your mind? Very well. It's your life. I can't keep you here if you're that determined to return. But please, before you go, will you have a drink with me? I want my last memory of you to be a happy one. Thank you. A toast to your future and soon-to-be happy bride. Do you like it? It's okay. You don't have to pretend. I know it's bitter. It normally tastes much better. I'll get you an unpoisoned bottle later, I promise. We would have drunk that as part of our wedding ceremony. The living can't marry the dead without joining them in the grave. Doesn't really matter how, but poison's customary. I've been saving it, just in case. I'm sorry I had to trick you, darling. I really am. But I'm not sorry for doing this. We're meant to be together. Forever. You just can't see it yet. He'll understand soon. Death helps to put things in perspective.